Chicos, ahora mismo estoy en directo, en el enlace de la descripción, en un sitio abandonado paranormal y un sitio que vosotros no habéis visto todavía, ¿vale? Entrad.
What the fuck?
Dude, this house is loud. It's like responding to what we're talking about. Holy shit. Wow.
Holy shit!
I'm David Howell. I'm with Horror Rooms America.
Where do you say what would be the most haunted spot in this house?
In the back room, Bernard's.
Is that where the door just slammed?
That's where the
Yes. In the bathroom there, you will see a shadow figure going back and forth. And in Bernard's room, them stairs y'all come down, that would have been the servant stairs come up and down.
Oh, that makes
That's why that's colored green.
The Bowers had served.
Esta persona, que es el dueño actual de la casa, les acaba de explicar que donde han escuchado los pasos, hostias y la puerta cerrándose sola es una de las partes más jodidas de toda la casa. Pero me gustaría mucho que os sigáis fijando en cómo ellos están todavía más tranquilos después de esas cosas que han ocurrido. O sea, que imaginad lo que tiene que pasar como para que acaben con un ataque de pánico, ¿eh?
The house outside, right?
That's correct. Every so often you can look up at the servant's quarter top window and see somebody looking back at you.
No. You said something about a tree. Could you repeat that?
The tree on the back lot. Through investigations, we have found out that there has been 2 servants hung on it in 1905.
They would hang their own servants on a tree in the backyard.
We also have, of course, Andrew Bowers Jr. You know, he would have brought a lot of negative energy in here too.
Más suicidios y un punto muy importante a tener en cuenta, sobre todo cuando vas a investigar un sitio, que es que haya maldad. Que es la maldad que nosotros captamos cuando fuimos al segundo palacio de Canarias. Ahí había maldad, había un ente malo. Y aquí van a notar lo mismo. Encima una persona que mató a sangre fría a su pareja después de estar media hora a lo mejor con el cadáver o vete tú a saber, y luego llamando a la funeraria y demás, pues para que lo recogiesen justo antes de pegarse un tiro en la cabeza. Joder.
Brought a lot of negative energy in here too.
Do you know which room that he shot himself in? Because if he
This
shot
room right below us.
right below us, they're right here. Okay.
Mary Bowers, she is here. She got shot and she was laying on her side when they found her. She got shot by her husband. You use a spirit box type. I would use it in here. You can't get Mary to come through. Sometimes you may get a spirit that is, of course, from the funeral home or from the graveyard. There is some negative energy in this house. I believe most of that is coming from the basement. There's a little blocks sitting next to the wall. If you was to step on there is some kind of doll or something like in there. We was told not to touch this.
That's terrifying.
Yo!
And there is supposedly several bodies buried underneath the concrete in the basement.
What?
Hasta cuerpos quemados, Joder. Uf, joder.
I think most of the negative energy is coming from whatever is buried in the basement or that doll.
I believe so. There is a portal downstairs because you actually have one mirror underneath of us pointing towards another mirror.
Vortexes.
There is a vortex or a portal on the other side of the funeral home, and it goes straight to the graveyard, real close to the Bowers. Really interesting one. I was talking to somebody and said the name was George. And I'm like, who is George? We found out he was not from this property. He come from the graveyard. And we found the other end of that vortex tunnel, portal, wherever you want to call it. There's a George right there.
What?
Es lo que yo he dicho antes, o sea, ya no es solamente lo que pueda haber ahí por la familia Bower, por los que fallecieron o los que fueron matados y demás. O sea, puede haber otros entes que haya en otro lado y yo esto no lo había visto. Y os lo dije en la anterior parte, que pudo haber sido por alguna guerra o algo, que podría haber ahí más cadáveres o más gente que haya fallecido. Pero es algo más hardcore, como lo de la casa del cadáver del niño, y es que hay un cementerio y que hay un tal George que vino de ahí. Hostia puta. Tiene como todos los ingredientes necesarios como para que la casa tenga mucha actividad paranormal y consigan captarla, y estoy seguro de que la han captado, porque el título de este vídeo, que es este, no está puesto para nada.
We might stir things up tonight. Let's do it.
Are you ready, Alice?
Coming up to the graveyard. St. Joseph Cemetery.
Here is where all the Bowers are at.
Oh, what?
Right here?
The whole Bowers family is right here?
This is the man who committed the crime. He lays right here. His bones are underneath us. 1956, 7 a.m. is when he's shot. Killed his wife and then himself. So here's Bernard, and he was the brother of Andrew Jr., who committed the crimes. He has the most active room. This guy is the one that, like, shut the door on us just a second ago. We're standing on his grave. That's so crazy to think about.
Esto es un punto muy importante porque hay mucha gente que entiende de lo paranormal y que dice que no necesariamente, y de hecho la mayor parte de las veces, los entes no están justo donde está el cuerpo, es decir, en el cementerio. Se quedan vagando hasta el infinito en la casa, en la propiedad, donde vivían cuando estaban en vida. Es esta.
On his grave. That's so crazy to think about.
Insane, man.
Why would she be in the family but be the only one that's not buried here?
Does that mean she created a will that told everybody before she died that she didn't want to be buried next to him? They would have just buried her right next to her husband, right?
Maybe he specifically said, do not bury her.
There's some kind of missing puzzle piece to this.
Unless we're just being really dumb and the people are just like, why would we bury his wife right next to the person that killed him, right? And they just made that decision themselves.
True. I like to think that there's something that they're not telling us.
Right there between them two trees.
Right here?
What?
If you look over here, we should come up to George.
There, George.
Apparently spirits are coming from here, going through this portal, coming out by the funeral home, and walking over to say hi to Bowers Mansion. They have not been able to figure out.
Well, it's time for us to do that for you.
Interesting. Let's go look at this portal again.
Through investigation, they figured out these trees created the portal.
Yeah, this is like, please.
Do we have the portal where I'm standing at? Can you light up this K2 meter on Alice? You can answer.
Oh! It did! It's spiking! Yo, it's still spiking!
Holy fuck!
Wow! Oh,
my
wait!
God.
Immediate confirmation that this is a portal.
That was incredible.
Hold on. So, like, why?
Ya no es que sea una paranoia o una fumada, es que han encontrado la tumba donde estaba George, esa persona con la que pudo contactar el dueño, y que seguramente la tumba la encontraría después, porque no se pondría a mirar todos los nombres de las tumbas ni sabría quién coño es George, porque no pertenecía a la familia Bower. Y mira que yo tampoco creo mucho en el tema de aparatos, como lo que acaban de hacer ahora mismo, pero... bueno, espérate a la casa. Van a entrar, de hecho.
Thank you so much, David.
No problem. Y'all be safe. Be careful over at that house. You never know what's gonna happen.
Thanks for the advice and all the help.
We'll try to solve this mystery.
Never know who you might be talking to over there, because they're liable to be coming from this cemetery, so...
That's the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
I was gonna say, one last thing. Do you get scared at the Bowers Mansion?
I have been spooked before pretty good. When you're running face to face with a shadow figure, pretty spooky. Don't do nothing bad over there.
We won't. We'll be good.
Alright, well, thank you so much.
Y evidentemente él les dice no hagáis nada malo dentro porque no sabes con quién puedes contactar, y sobre todo en el subtexto yo entiendo que es porque es su casa y no querrá que despierten a nada malo por hacer burlas o por cualquier cosa, porque luego él después se lo va a comer, porque ellos van a ir a grabar y fuera. Joder, ahora sí que sí, empecemos a ver la investigación que ellos hicieron dentro de esta casa, la casa de los Bower.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
very nice to meet you, man.
If we're one of the first people to investigate this, don't you think they're gonna try to, like, get their answers out, especially if we're filming?
David was also saying he believes these spirits have been inactive because no one's been in this house for decades. It has not reached his full potential of hauntings.
Oh my
Wait, there's somebody here. There's somebody
That was
here.
glass. That was fucking glass.
Really quick, there has to be somebody here.
What the fuck was that?
It sounded like it came from right here, bro.
It was like glass. Is someone outside?
There's nobody here.
Obviamente no hay nadie que provoque esos golpes, tío. Encima se nota que suena desde dentro. Y aunque sonase desde fuera, es que no hay nadie, colega. O sea, me cago en la puta.
It's like we need to start this investigation ASAP. There's stuff happening constantly. But just to wrap this up, guys, basically
What the fuck? Actually,
That was something moving upstairs. 100%.
being moved across the floor. Almost immediately after this murder-suicide, it was rumored that this house was haunted. Now, it went through a couple other businesses and everything, but around the year 2000, it was left empty and abandoned for 17 years.
Not again.
oh wait,
Not again.
What? Every time we're with you, dude. 17.
I have a tattoo of a 17, and it's popped up in the last few videos that I filmed with these guys.
There's 17 portals currently open in this house.
17.
dude, don't you have the
17.
That just made me think of another thing.
What?
I mean, the reason why I have the 17 is because of my grandfather, George, who is one of the spirits that comes from the cemetery or the funeral.
Oh yeah! One spirit that comes back and forth most often is George.
He was the one that was buried right next to the portal.
Dude, these places are always so connected to you.
Last important Bowers character that you guys probably need to know before we investigate is Bernard Bowers, who also lived at this house at one point, but he died tragically at the age of 30 because he also was suffering some sort of illness where he couldn't leave his room. He was always in a wheelchair, sitting and looking out his window, and people say that Bernard's room might be the most active because of the amount of sadness that he experienced when he was alive.
This house is known for a lot of the common hauntings. Disembodied voices, you see some orbs every once in a while, but the really strange thing I've noticed is people say this house makes people sad. Obviously, Andrew Bowers was going through something, so that he would kill his wife. Just this house holds a lot of sadness, and even David himself says that. Let's go check out what is going on upstairs, and then let's start this investigation.
Yeah.
Yo.
You heard that, right? This door's open.
Huh?
Wasn't this the do not enter, the one that we couldn't
The door, yeah, it's open.
Holy fuck.
My heart is pounding.
Me too.
It was locked.
This was completely shut right here. Look, you can't even close it. It's like somebody pushed it from the inside.
Una puerta cerrada que ellos antes han podido, bueno, han intentado abrir y que no se abría, y ahora esa puerta sí que se abre. Pudo haber sido ese golpe, el que algo estuviese abriendo la puerta desde dentro, no tengo ni puta idea, pero joder.
Someone has been inside, and we all left to the graveyard.
Yeah, so who did it?
Is there any way else to get into that room? Can you get in this way? No, this door's closed too. All the way, see?
Alright guys, so it is investigation time. There's absolutely nobody in the house except for us. And as always, we decided why not do the worst possible thing we could do first.
Oh!
By that we mean we're going to split up. We're gonna have one person take the house, one person take the funeral home across the street, which is supposedly a portal to hell. And then third, someone's gonna go into the cellar. He said in an interview that there is apparently a haunted doll down there, as well as up to 11 dead bodies buried under the cement. I think the first question we want to answer is this place haunted? Specifically, are all the locations haunted by the same people, or is it a portal?
El hecho de separarse y quedarse uno completamente solo después de que los demás ni siquiera estén dentro de la casa, uno en el cementerio y el otro por fuera, me parece tal locura, tal puta locura, que de hecho es el que le da el ataque de pánico. Este chaval que se va a quedar solo en el sótano, donde han visto cómo se cerraba una puta puerta. Bueno, no lo han visto, pero lo han escuchado. Joder, me estoy poniendo hasta nervioso y no sé ni qué cojones va a pasar.
I have the scariest thing by far.
Why? I have the whole damn mansion.
I'm going in the complete dark with a night vision camera.
You got this, man.
Wait, didn't he also say that in the basement is where the negative, dark, angry energy is?
I did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck. Here we go.
Vale, si él está solo y no hay nadie más de carne y hueso en toda la casa, podremos entender que los golpes que suenen no son de ellos, porque están fuera de la casa incluso. Y hay mucha gente, como por ejemplo el padre de José nos contaba, que cuando tú estás solo en un sitio y estás intentando escuchar o ver qué es lo que hay ahí, como te empieza a consumir esa sensación de miedo, todos esos entes empiezan a acercarse a ti para alimentarse de él. Y es lo que seguramente le va a ocurrir a él.
It's all about pushing our fear boundaries. We want to make sure we're always up in the ante every single one of these videos. And I'm not kidding when I say that every single time I've done an alone investigation like this, or just being alone in general in a haunted place, it scares me every time. You feel a lot more vulnerable, and again, I'm using this camera as my safety net. Just talking to you is the only one that's going to get me through this, but here we go.
I am genuinely terrified to go down in this cellar. I have no light on this, so when I go down there, I won't be able to see a single thing. Holy shit, dude, there it is.
These goddamn motherfuckers, they really got me walking around by myself. Okay guys, so this is the funeral home that supposedly has all of the portals around it. I am not totally sure what we're gonna get here, but I'm gonna turn the Ovilus on and we're just gonna try to communicate, see if we can find out anything. Supposedly, there's a spirit named George here who likes to visit the Bowers mansion across the street. I just wanna know if you're here. cellar. Oh my god, it just said cellar. Oh my god, and it just said malevolent. That's actually really freaking creepy because Sam is in the basement right now, aka the cellar, with a malevolent spirit.
If there's anyone down by the basement, you turn on this REM pod? You know when you get that pit in your stomach where you kind of like know something is kind of off, almost like you did something wrong or like something's about to happen to you? That's what I feel like.
So first thing I'm gonna do is reenact what Andrew Bowers Jr. did to his...
En este punto va a empezar este chico a intentar comunicarse y sobre todo a recrear lo que Andrew Bowers le hizo a su esposa. Dispararla, intentar recrear esa escena para provocar lo que hay ahí.
So in 1956 at 7 a.m., Andrew Bowers walked up these stairs. Once he got to the top of the stairs, it is believed that he took a second to stand right here and ponder about what he was about to do. But as you guys know, he decided to move forward with murdering his wife. He walks in here. We believe the bed would have been right in this corner. His wife was laying down, probably face towards this way, and then boom, shot her in the back of the head.
Oh my god, it's so much warmer down here. Holy fuck, dude, holy fuck. Oh my god. What is that? Again, guys, I can't see shit. He said to look for 2 stones. When you stand up on those 2 stones, you can see a haunted doll. Alright, I'm gonna put this REM pod down. What the fuck is that?
What I find is the creepiest thing about this story is he waited a good 30 minutes before he walked down these stairs again while his dead wife was upstairs. His mind must have been just racing with thoughts. Like he must have felt like so clouded in such a dark moment that he came over here, ended up calling his friend at the funeral home across the street where Seth is. Around 8:05 a.m., Bailey, his friend, came over to check on him, only to hear a gunshot inside. Right where I'm standing, Andrew Bowers Jr. ended up shooting himself and then dying on his way to the hospital. Obviously, Andrew suffered with mental illness, and it's interesting that Bernard, his brother, also suffered with another sort of mental illness or some sort of disability to where he couldn't walk and was stuck in a wheelchair for all of his life. I can literally hear Sam right now in the cellar. I hope he's okay.
Fuck. Hello? Andrew Bowers? Holy shit. It's going off like crazy. I can see now because of this.
Ese aparato, si no me equivoco, corregidme por si acaso, pero este aparato yo lo he visto ya varias veces en algunas investigaciones paranormales, sobre todo de gente angloparlante, y no es por detección de movimiento porque se está moviendo el chico y se habría ido de ahí, sino que es por proximidad. Es decir, si este es el aparato y empieza a notar como algo empieza a acercarse o a tocarlo, es cuando empieza a pitar. Algo casi al lado o tocando ese aparato en el suelo, que contestando a la pregunta de él, podría ser Andrew.
Can you step away on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god, this just said touch. Are you planning on touching any of us tonight? It said graveyard. We were just at the graveyard. Oh my god, I'm like freaked the hell out right now. I hate being by myself when doing these kind of videos. Reveal.
But if you go down this hallway, this apparently is the bathroom door where there's reports of a head sticking out and peeking and then going back in, and that's rumored to be Bernard, because Bernard's room is right here. Now this room freaks me out the most. There is undoubtedly a different vibe as soon as you enter this room. And what's weird to me is that we came back up here and opened this, so this was on us, but this has shut as if Bernard was just saying, do not come back. Now if he was spending most of his time in this room, I could only imagine that these windows, probably this one, was where his wheelchair was up against and he would just watch outside, wasting his life away, unfortunately, because nobody could help him. Nobody knew what was wrong. And one little interesting fact about Bernard is he was strangely obsessed with birds. He loved birds, and so maybe we can use that to trigger him later.
Homicide. Oh my god, I was just saying hi to Colby real quick because I saw him in the...
Cuando llega un punto en el que las coincidencias son tan grandes, de lo de Touch, cuando Sam estaba haciendo un llamamiento con el que probablemente estaba contactando que era el autor del asesinato, y justo hay coincidencias, que si homicidio, que si lo que están diciendo, que si él justo se ha puesto en la sala donde cambia prácticamente tu forma de verlo y la sensación que es mucho más diferente cuando se mete Colby en la habitación donde esta persona falleció por una enfermedad y que no podía moverse en la silla de ruedas. El hecho de que lo vaya a desencadenar me parece hasta peligroso, pero muy peligroso.
Holy fuck! Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god, I'm fucking... Holy shit! I'm getting out of here. Oh my god! I have never been that jump scared in my fucking life, guys. I swear to God.